307 Fairview Street, North Canton, Ohio. I want to begin and say I did hear John's very sincere apology, and I want to recognize that. But I didn't know that when I wrote this. I was dismayed to hear on WHBC late last week that a group of citizens protesting the lack of enforcement of the North Canton Healthcare Ordinance was publicly chastised for not bringing the issue to council before taking it to the media. Hearing that, I was dumbfounded that Jania McCleister's and my speeches delivered on February 10th, 2014 before council in this chamber were evidently not actually heard by the council and its president. Because words composed by ordinary citizens do not seem to matter to this council, I wish to read into the verbatim council record what the Canton Repository Editorial Board published on February 21st, 2014 on this healthcare issue. Residents should be mad as hell. North Canton's law director and city council members owe their voters an apology. Then they need to fix the problem they created when they ignored the outcome of a citywide vote in November 2012. Yes, ignored. It is a stunning, audacious subversion of the election process. North Canton residents should be mad as hell about it. More than 70% of voters favored Issue 5, which limited city health insurance coverage for the mayor and the 7 council members. The ordinance barred part-time elected officials from enrolling in the city plan if they could obtain insurance elsewhere, nor could they sign up family members at all. Residents who voted for Issue 5 went to bed on election night assuming that they had put this change in motion. The city had plenty of time to take care of the rest, as the ordinance wouldn't take effect until December 1st, 2013. But last month, a resident who had requested public records discovered that one council member and his family and another councilman's wife were still covered under the city's plan in violation of the ordinance. Then the revelations came thick and fast. At least 3 other council members didn't drop city coverage until weeks after the December 1st deadline, when the timing better suited them. And the city never added the ordinance to the municipal code. How could these officials feel so comfortable about acting in their own self-interest, disregarding the voters' decision? Because Law Director Tim Fox had written a confidential legal opinion and told council in a closed meeting last year that the ordinance violates the city charter, that only council members can change elected officials' benefits. Mind you, this opinion came well after the election, and everyone who wrote, heard, or read the opinion kept it secret. In what universe can officials simply bury legislation approved by voters and pretend it doesn't exist? When Council Clerk Gail Kolpak asked Fox about posting the ordinance to the city's website, he basically said it wasn't our ordinance, she said. Fox still won't make his legal opinion public. He cites lawyer-client privilege, even though every taxpayer and every resident who voted on Issue 5 has a stake in this issue. And what now? Council should pass an ordinance that mirrors the one voters approved. Officials should repay any taxpayer funds that were used to provide insurance in violation of the ordinance. Council members should apologize, pledge never to keep the public in the dark this way again, and put their law director on notice that he's not to do so either. Finally, council members should stop being complicit in this travesty. They should make public their copies of Fox's legal opinion. If these things don't happen, why should North Canton residents trust the people at City Hall? We wouldn't. I hope that you all heard me this time in this chamber. Thank you.
Mrs. Bowman, would like to comment again. apologies. My comments on the radio station were maybe not articulated as clearly because they use snippets. As anybody knows that's ever talked to over the telephone to the radio, my comments were basically what you read into the record tonight. But I also said they had released a press release prior to that. That was prior to the February 10th day that you and Mr. Blister and everybody else spoke of that. That was my intention. If I did not articulate that clearly, again, may I apologize.
And perhaps I misunderstood about
No,
when the press
you're
release
entitled
was
to that.
released.
I'm not
But I
saying-
thought the press release came out after this council meeting.
You're not right.
No, it came out, I have a copy of
Oh,
the
right before it?
repository.
Okay,
And the one
right
sent-
before.
Why does it matter though?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to the African Journal, I have copies of them, and they were in advance, I think they were the Thursday prior to coming here. But that doesn't make a difference, I'm not trying to make anything right or wrong. You know, there's no question, we owe you, the citizens, an apology, and we're all